What is going on, guys? It's your boy here again, Dean, and I have to apologize. I put out that video yesterday, right? With all of those deck profiles for day one, and then it turns out this game is far more expensive than we expected, right? So I wanted to kind of fix that, and I wanted to put out some budget deck options for people because I want you guys to know I spent $240, $250, I believe, so far. And I do not have two decks. I could not actually build two decks because I built Sword, and I'm still missing like one legendary to have like a completed rune deck. So yeah, even if you spend money, this game is not very good. I spent $85 on my most recent bundle, and even though I'd already spent 200 and like $160 before that, I only had enough. I only got like 8,000 vials, like enough for like two legendaries off of $89. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? So with that in mind, I was like, okay, it's time. I need to go and actually build some budget decks for people so that maybe, you can go get one of those bundles that for some reason only has one legendary in it and you go on ladder. So once again, deck profiles are in the description. So if you can ignore that, you can ignore the talking. But we're going to get into the card by card and look at, I made 5 decks for you guys. The Portalcraft one is good enough as is. And honestly, it's probably the best deck of the format. So if you really want to be competitive, try to get the Portalcraft deck. But these are some like fun options for the other classes. So first off is the Havencraft deck. I think I was in the right headspace when I built this one. The thing is, though, we just really wanted to trim down the legendaries. So it's the same thing. We're still playing the same amulet core. I was not missing that. I really didn't care about the 3-mana amulet at all. Once again, though, we do have the Sarissa, and we were pairing it with like all of the ward followers, hoping to be able to get like some really big pushes. Being able to like put down a Bellringer on 2, maybe it doesn't die, and then put down a Sarissa after, and maybe eventually getting down this card with an Evo. While hiding behind 1 or 2 wards, this barrier effect might actually help it like snowball out of control. I do like the Vigilant Detective because it is a body. It's a little bit better than including another amulet that doesn't really do a whole lot. Like the little needle card kind of sucks because it just doesn't put pressure on the board. And a lot of the decks right now put a ton of pressure on the board. Sword, obviously. Like every deck just puts pressure on the board. So like when you're sitting there putting down amulets that don't do anything, it feels bad. So this thing, adding the amulet to your hand after being on the board, is actually pretty good. We have the Apollo Heaven's Envoy. This card is really necessary, I think, for the Sword matchup at this point. And it's good into like most things, actually. Just anything that goes like semi-wide. So we're playing 2 of it. It's like on play, we get to deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. And on evolve, we get to do that again. So we get to ping the board for 2. Really good into a non-crown based sword deck, especially after their 5-drop. It can help clean it up. I went with 2 Angelic Prism Priestess instead of the one from the original one. We are on... We're just kind of trying to fill out like the curve a little bit. And so we just, up this an extra card. An extra search is what we needed. The Holy Shield Maiden, of course, like last time, it's just a good card. The Avian Statue helps us get like lethal out of nowhere. The legendary I decided to go with is the one on the front of the starter deck, and that's the Salafa Guardian of Water. It's going to heal us for 3, helping us maybe get out of like lethal ranges. It also has Ward to go with the Saphira. And on evolve, it's going to be AoEing the board, which is going to be able to clear up even a buffed like crown board like from Sword. So that's why we're playing this one. We're still on the Skullfane. This card is, if we can get the Skullfane off, it is actually still very powerful. Still on 1 board wipe. The card I'm going to put in every single budget deck, I think this is the one. If you're trying to craft like a legendary, you should probably be crafting the Olivia Heroic Dark Angel, not because it's like the best card, but because it can be splashed in any deck. It's not that this is the best card, it's that this game is ungodly expensive for some reason, unless they listen to these Steam reviews and they fix that. It's better to like get a card that can be put into multiple classes so you can enjoy multiple decks than it is to like, put all of your vials into a non-generic card. So that's kind of my thoughts. So yeah, we're going to play 1 Olivia in all of the decks. It's just what we need to be able to like stay on budget and have like multiple options. So Olivia is going to be like the prerequisite, and this is going to be the starter deck card. But we're only playing one because I understand. I understand, guys. It's rough out there. Playing the 3 Sacred Griffin. This card, once again, it has Ward, and then if we have an engaged amulet, it gets Storm. Pretty much any one of these amulets that are like 1 or lower. See, they got like high countdowns, like 4. We can pair it with this on like 7. Like you can go like Skullfane 6, and then on 7 play this plus like another card. You could go like Skullfane. Yes, sorry, Skullfane 6, Wing Statue, plus like the card, the amulet from this thing. What is it called? The Detective Lens. And a couple other things on 7 while you're sandbagging. And then you play down the Sacred Griffin, storm in by sacking the Detective Lens. The next turn you play down a second one, get in for an additional 8. Kind of nice cleanup there. And then I put 1 Lapis Shining Seraph in the deck. This card is okay. It's a little slow, but it's definitely not bad. You put it on the board, and then when it dies 2 turns later, you get one with Storm. That's pretty late. That's pretty late. You're probably dead to the Gundam by then, but it's a 1-of, so it's not too bad. It's just an extra piece of top end, so that way we can hopefully seal the game. Much cheaper than the previous list, and hopefully, you know, someone can enjoy it. I did actually win a few games on ladder with this one, so I've won a few games on ladder with all of them, except for Forest. I actually couldn't build my own Forest deck because I don't own Rose Queen. But next up is Budget Dragon. This one is, I took the Cocytus deck and I basically removed some cards. I went with, you know, definitely more draw power. Once again, we're playing the Bell Ringers. We're playing, you know, the Blazing Breath card. I'm trying to see what else that's new is. We're on all of these cards, like some and multiple cards. We went a lot lower on the curve. This card is a little Dragon Nanny, 2-mana 1/1. Fanfare summon a Fire Drake Whelp. Sorry, I cannot read today. Evolve, you get to do that again, and this thing's just a 1/1 with Intimidate. It's just multiple bodies to help us clean up the night boards when Sword's, you know, threatening us. And so I also went triple Searing Fire Newt as well. Fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field, deal it 1 damage. Being able to just keep Sword off of their followers is really our goal. Same reason for Apollo. I mean, we already talked about him. Dragon Sign is good. We get to ramp. This card is good. We get to heal and draw. Good. We get to kill a card. The Fledgling Dragon Slayer, 4-mana 2/2, kill a card. Just good. Just good removal. Heal, still good. Really, like most of this is the same, except for the fact that I put this Zahar Stormwave Dragoon in the deck. He on Fanfare summons the Vast Wing Dragon, which is just a 5-mana 5/5 with Intimidate. Just a card that's a little more aggressive. After we ramp up a few times, we can maybe like establish a board. Once again, the Olivia, because it draws, it heals, it does a little bit of everything. Garyu's not the best card, but he's on the front of the structure. He summons 3 bodies. The bodies are actually... Now that we've played the format a bit, these things having like not 3 health is insane because of the... Our Artifact Portal is so good. Artifact Portal is so unbelievably good. And so it forces like double of the one that AOs the board for 3 from them, if they want to clear it. And then, yeah, just the 2 bodies is definitely nice. The 3 bodies is nice. Still on the Twilight Dragon as a 3-of. It gets to AoE the board. Clean up around me a board. And then on Super Evolve, we can draw 3. To be hopefully paired with the Cocytus. But unlike the meme deck where we were all in on the Cocytus, we also just have Genesis Dragon as well. 9/10 Storm. Kind of broken. Hopefully kill our opponent. The Cocytus isn't necessary in the deck. He's just kind of there because that was like, you know, people have pulled him. They want to play him. This is the deck you can play him in. And otherwise, I don't really think there's a whole lot of use for this card. Next up is Swordcraft. Okay, so the Swordcraft deck I posted, I think the card it needed the most was this Crown. This Crown is really good. The fuck? It's in Japanese. What is this? What? Okay, well, this is Countdown 4, so... And it says, like, basically whenever a follower enters play, you give it +1/+1. So it's really broken, especially with our, like, multi-body summoners, like the Zirconia Iron Crown Ward and the Luminous Magus. Both of these that summon a bunch of bodies, we get to like duplicate this for 3 turns after we play it. Pretty much you play this on 4, then you play this thing on 5. Or if you're going second and you have the Evo Orb, you actually just tick up on 3. You tick up to 4, play down the Ancestral Crown, play this thing down, Evo it. I almost think that we should be on 3 crowns after having played the deck. I played about 4 games with the deck, and I decided the games where you don't see the crown are like kind of not the best because we took out the top end. The legendary we opted for alongside our Dark Angel Olivia is the Amelia Silver Captain because it just gets us cards to hand, and cards to hand is broken. Albert is not very good after testing a lot. The AoE the board for 3 isn't enough, which is what I assumed when we were like looking at the cards. It's too easy to stop Albert from getting in for like any substantial amount of damage. And the other legendary is, yeah, the Kagamitsu. So yeah, you could go with the Amelia. I think she's on the front of a structure deck. So she's free. The Dark Angel Olivia should be able to build at 7,000 of the crystals. So 6,000 crystals, and a lot of these are silvers and golds. The new cards that we put in, though, are the... Oh my god, what is this? Well, good. We have the Shinobi Squirrel, because we decided to go a lot lower, a lot more aggro-y than the previous deck. It has Ambush, and on Evolve, it summons another one. So basically, you drop this thing down on 3, or pretty much any time after you could, like right before you can evolve or after you can evolve. Hopefully, it doesn't die. And then when you evolve to get in for the face damage, you also get an additional one in waiting. So this thing can convert to like 6+ damage, 6 to 8 damage by itself, as long as it doesn't get cleaned up. We also put in this Luminous Potion, right? I don't know if this was in the previous deck. Just a 3 mana 1/2 that gets to summon a 2/2. Just more bodies to help buff this card that is in Japanese for some reason. I'm not going to question this website. Okay, well, we also have this Hound. I forget what this thing is called. The Hound of War. What? I wasn't looking at the picture. I was looking up here. This card is Enhanced 6, so it's a 4/2 rush, and it has Enhanced 6. You get 2 more as well. So for 6 mana, you get 12, 6 worth of stats across 3 bodies. And the 2 is pretty nice because a lot of the like AoE in the game, unless you're fighting specifically Rune, with the AoE 2 spell, a lot of the AoE is like 1 because it's like the 4 mana spell, or it's 3, in which case, well, you weren't going to dodge the 3 anyway, so the 2 is nice enough, right? And yeah, then the rest of that's like the Vowels, still the same. The rest of the deck is the same. The really big difference is this Crown, and then cutting down the number of legendaries in our deck so we can still have a functional deck. And I have been winning with all of these decks on ladder, like I said, except for this one. Because I don't own the Rose Queen, and Arya sucks. I tried playing with Arya. Arya sucks unless you're like full constructed. And even then, I don't think that's a good card. So this is going to be OTK. This is the goal. Is we're going to OTK with Roach, which I think something I do want to say is this Killer Rhinoceros. Probably drop this to a 2 of. Put this Lambent Karn to a 3 of. It's the most important card because it does give you a 0 mana spell, which helps you get actual Roach reach. If you don't see this card, it doesn't matter what the rest of your board looks like. You really only need 1 Roach to hand. So yeah, definitely probably go 2 Roach, 3 of this, if I had to say. But yeah, it's the same thing. We're still playing like all of these low caustic cards. And after having played it, this card is the MVP. No, wait, not this one. Not this one. This card is the MVP. The Godwood Staff is the best card in our deck. At the end of our turn, if we have combo 3, draw a card. If you can get 2 of these on the board, you have infinite hand. And after that, it's just kind of waiting for the end of the game. Like once you get 2 of these down, you should be able to clear any board thanks to specifically that card. And then what is it? This one, Lily, Crystallian Innocence. Thankfully, because fairies have rush, so she on combo 3 puts an enemy follower's defense to 1, and the fairies all have rush, so they're 1/1. So we're able to actually clear up the entire board every single turn. Then we bounce this back, put it back in our hand, do it again next turn. We never really lose to tall threats, and we don't really lose to that many wide threats because the wide threats are usually manageable because they lack stats, while the tall threats are easily dismantled by this. So between the fairies and this, we should be able to control the board. We don't have a lot of healing. We're still going to lose to the artifact burns. Another noticeable include is we put the Bale Luke's Glaive Warrior in the deck. 8 mana 4/4, but whenever an allied follower leaves the field, he gets cost reduction by 1. So he will cost 0 if we want to pair him with the Roach for combo, or if we just want to have him as like a mid-game push. On play, we're also going to be able to deal 4 damage to an enemy follower. So you can have like 2 of these plus this thing in the mid-game for literally 0, like 2 mana. And then like maybe a Roach push and then bounce back the Roach to get some damage in. And at the end of the ultimate top end is we have the Opulent Rose Queen, which just turns all of our 1-drops in our hand into the Bramble Burst, which are 3 mana, deal 1s. The real problem with this is that it's a little slow, but once we get those Bramble Burst, if we can get to turn 10 afterwards, the Roach should be the easy cleanup after. So that's really what it's going to be about. And then we should have the Godwood Staff on our board to be able to bounce back the Roach. So you can go like ping, 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 Roach, bounce back Roach, and that should be good enough, right? That's 3, 9. That's 9, and then this would be 4, and then this would be 5. So that would be 13 plus. That's like 21 and 22 damage. So that's definitely good enough if we have to go that long and we somehow magically don't die. But I don't own this card because, God forbid, you can own even 1 copy of a legendary after opening all the packs. So I was playing with Arya, and that just was not the sauce. So, and I don't have an Abyss deck, so the last deck is actually going to be Budget Rune, because, I'm sorry, Abyss fans, I am not an Abyss fan, and I really did not want to spend more time playing, like, budget decks when I do have Constructed Sword at the moment. But yeah, Budget Rune is going to be a little bit different, so I decided to put in Dimension Climb. I think this is the best rune card, especially like people are asking about future proofing. I think this is the future proof card right here. It as a one of, it does feel very sacky, but it is the thing that will give us the best chance of like playing a budget version. If you can get like 2 of these or 3 of these, you're super golden. But yeah, definitely this is better than Kuon. It's definitely better than Anangrea. And of course, we got the Olivia every single deck, I told you. Same spell boost package across the board. We're playing all of the same cards, except for the really only difference. Oh yeah, so I was on this Penguin as like a 1 of or 2 of. This Penguin is a 3 of. After playing the deck a lot, you want as much hand as possible. You need to be able to find your spell boost cards, and honestly, the spell boost being on the body and tied to the Evolve is fine. 3 Penguins is the way to go. The big thing that I didn't have in the original list was I was going for the Kuon OTK. Now we're on the Rune Blade Conductor, 5 mana 1/1 on spell boost. Give it +1/+1. Fanfare, we get to hit an enemy follower on the field for this card's attack. So we get to like blow something up and leave a big threat. And of course, we're still on the Blaze, the Flame Destroyer, Blaze Destroyer, you know, whatever this is. Another new include that was in the previous deck is the William Mysterian Student. It starts at 0 spell boost, but every time it ticks up, and on Fanfare, we're going to deal its spell boost to all enemy followers, and then on Evolve, we get to spell boost our hand 2 times. Once again, more spell boost on a body, huge board wipe. 2 of it seems to be enough. You don't always need it. We're still on the Snowman Army because the card is free. It's because it's 0 mana. And the real big goal with this deck is that we like have Demonic Calls in our hand. We have Blaze Destroyers, and we have Runeblade Conductors in our hand, and then we just vomit our hand onto the board, because in this game, it is very easy to kill 1 threat. But if you can put down like 4 or 5 threats in 1 turn, you can like just win the game on the spot. So that's why the Dimension Climb is the card that you want to be crafting, because it helps you get like maybe like double Runeblade Conductor off on like turn 6 or 7, alongside 1 to 2 Blaze Destroyers. And so if you get like 2 of these, like 2 10/10s on the board, you get 2 8/6s. Your board is basically invincible. Nothing can deal with it, and you should be able to kill them on the crackback. So, yeah, once again, guys, I am sorry that the first wave of decks were, you know, kind of expensive. We didn't know. We thought we could get legendaries. So I'm really hoping that you guys like these and can, like, you know, slowly upgrade them. And if you guys like this video, smash that like button, leave a comment, you know, maybe if there's like a deck that you have, maybe you have the Secret Abyss sauce. If you do, I'd like to know. And until next time, this is your boy Dean signing out.